All right, yes sir, yes sir. What's good to the chat? We now live on Instagram for now. We live on YouTube. We live on Twitch. We live on Facebook. So salute to everybody in the chat. Run it up, hit the like button, do all of that you gotta do to support us. We greatly appreciate it. So yeah, we about to get right into the business. Yeah, we about to get right into the business, y'all. Let us know the audio is good before we start. What's the word, chat? You all good? Shout out to Ballhead Imports. It's the brothers in Chicago. We here, y'all. Alright. Yeah, I think it's all good, y'all. Alright, bro, so we about to get right into the story, or stories, series of stories. Said audio's good. Alright, perfect. We lit.
4 niggas run up on me with knives and ended up getting all stabbed multiple times. I got court day soon. What you think I should do? Go on the run. I don't know what's your situation. But I'm gonna tell you, most of the time it's never
Don't kick the camera.
smart to go on the run. Because you need money to go on the run. And how long are you gonna go on the run for? What like you go on a run? I've seen somebody who was on the run for 20 something years, 30 years, and then they book you in, you 60 years old. Who got time to be doing time at 60?
That's a fact.
So I think you need to just go ahead and go to court and handle the situation, my brother. Inshallah ta'ala. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. So we're going to talk a little bit about, obviously, not necessarily prison. We're going to start off with a bit of jail, but prison, jail, same difference. Obviously, jail, you get locked up, you stay there for a period of time while you're fighting your case. And then if you get convicted, because right, they say innocent until proven guilty. If you get found guilty, you go to the big house, right, which is prison. If you're in New York, there's about 77 prisons upstate. So if you understand that they have enough beds, they're never gonna run out of space for you. And if they do run out of space, they're gonna house you like dogs and animals, 4 or 5 men to a cell. Yes, they've done it, and they have done it in multiple states, and it's bad. So, check the scenario. My first time going to jail was Rikers Island. Not really, because I went to Spofford. Spofford is like a youth correctional facility. And I went to Spofford because I had court, and somehow I missed my court date. But my mother used to take me to court, and I missed court, and I ended up going to Spofford for a couple days, and then I got released like 3 or 4 days later. That was an experience, but it didn't stop there. Obviously, attempted murder, armed robbery. They try to charge me with sex assault, all kind of a slew of charges I got charged with in my adult years after becoming 18 and going back and forth to prison. Unfortunately, for over 10 years. Now, when I first went to Rikers Island, I didn't know how to fight. Sounds crazy, right? So I'm telling all you YNs, all you guys out here busting your gun, you better learn how to fight. You know, I was running around with all type of pistols. And that's not the reason I didn't learn how to fight. I didn't learn how to fight because I wasn't into squaring up. I was too light to fight, too thin to win, they would say, right? I'm 141 pounds now at 40 years old. So just imagine me at 13, at 12. I was a shorty, doo-wop, like, I was thin, no freaky. So I just learned how to throw a good punch that followed up with more punches. So my motto was, you don't have time to square up. As soon as it is gonna get there, take off. And that's what I did from a youth all the way up until I got to prison. I didn't necessarily, when I was younger, had those moments where I had to just square up. All right, yo, you and him, you about to get into a rumble. No, it was what you said now. What you said? Yo, you ain't like that. You ain't like that. Well, F your mother. F your mother. Boo wop bop bop boo wop bam boom. That's how all my fights went. Every last one of them, and I was cooking dudes. Yeah, I was firing them up. So when I got to Rikers Island is a little different ball game. It's unfortunate, but in the adolescents is I think far worse than the adults, because the adolescents, they don't deal with no type of thought pattern. They act and then they think about it later. And some of them act and don't even think later. They don't care. It's just like no holds bar. So in the adolescents, we got chairs that you can't sit down in a chair. You got to fight over the chair. So roughly I had about 13, 14 fights. Just cell fights, having to square up and actually learn how to fight in the midst of fighting. Multiple times getting beat down. The difference between me and a lot of people is I wasn't scared. Not saying I wasn't scared, but I'm not backing down, and I'm always willing to go all the way, no freaky. And as long as you're willing to fight, obviously you're gonna learn how to. And that's what I did on multiple occasions. I'm talking about over at least 13, 14 show fights, just dealing with living. Just trying to survive as an adolescent on Rikers Island. And what you titled the video?
Prison story.
Yeah, prison stories. This is gonna get very interesting.
Don't get tricked out of your position. Prison stories.
All right. Yeah, that is a fact. The island is serious. Was you on the island when all the blood stuff started? Yes. Not when all the blood stuff started, but I was there in 01 when the Bloods were prevalent on the island, when they had the island in a chokehold. And I mean, we used to say Rikers Island was Blood College, because it seemed like that's where they went. The entire Rikers Island was blood, and you didn't see one Crip in sight. And the fact that I was from Flatbush, quote unquote, from Brooklyn, and I was Muslim, I was automatically labeled a Crip, because all of the Crips came from New York, from Brooklyn, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Flatbush especially. Prolific, what's good? I ain't even get to crack open that chalk yet. All right, so this is my first altercation on Rikers Island. When I really I wouldn't say it was the first one, because I just had so many moments. But it's not gonna do nothing.
No, but I'm saying keep your hand out the camera.
No, I don't keep my hand out the camera. This is
all right here with the his hand in the camera.
Yo, Face Mob, what's the word? Nine Trey had that on Smash. Yeah, but Nine Trey don't really got it on Smash right now. The Hounds, the Max, G Shine. I was there with some big homies from different brim sets. The craziest fight I've ever witnessed on the island. I wouldn't say it was the craziest fight. You want me to get into the nitty gritty? Alright, this is the first story. I'm gonna talk about it when I was an adult, and the reason why I was gonna go into from the beginning all the way to end, but we're just gonna jump around with the prison stories, because I almost seen a dude die, and he almost died over a ring. literally a ring. Now on Rikers Island, when you come into Rikers Island, you know you get to wear your own clothes. So if I went there during that time, they would allow me to wear this. If it wasn't orange, if it wasn't red, it was like 2 or 3 different colors that you couldn't have on Rikers Island. For the most part, they wouldn't let you keep your Timberland boots like that. But if you had regular sneakers, you'd be good. So you would come in there dressed down, football jerseys, chain, earrings, watches, you name it. So, you know, when you see a dude that's super fly on Rikers Island, just know that his weight is up. That was a sign of status. So I'm in the adults now, and the adults is crazy. I'm with the Muslims, obviously, at that time. I'm freshly new at Islam. So I'm still with the foolery, running around with, unfortunately, porn magazines. We smoking cigarettes. The rest of the Muslims are smoking weed, and I get into how eventually I started to understand what Islam was really about, because all of the guys that I was looking up to was Muslims, but they was on garbage. They was getting all of the drugs in from the police officers. You know, and I never forget, dude, that was the man at the time. So I'm on Rikers Island. We was in 5 Main at one time, and then we was also in 4 Upper. Now 4 Upper and 5 Main were the 2 high classification houses when it came to the adults. So I had an attempt murder at the time. So my classification was like a 27. Now I believe after like a 21 you consider high classification. So I'm in there with dudes that got 55 years coming down from upstate New York to fight other cases. Dudes got multiple homicides. So I'm in the roughest and the toughest of the houses on Rikers Island. They used to call my house the laundromat. The reason why they called it the laundromat is because every other day somebody was getting washed up. And if you understand Brooklyn, New York lingo, when we say, yo, son, I washed him up, that mean you beat a dude up. So my house was considered the laundromat. So when I got there, I was locked in. You know, I got with the Muslims. We was chilling. The Bloods obviously had a phone. I eventually ended up getting a Jack 2, me and my man Live. So one day, lo and behold, short dude come in there. He had to be like 5'3", maybe, if that. You know, had a little size on him, but nothing too crazy. He had a ring, super fly ring. I didn't know. I had no idea he had the ring or what was going on, because the Bloods and the Latin Kings at the time, they used to be in cahoots, having their own situation going on. They always was on some BS, and sometimes the Muslims would be involved because it would involve drugs, and the Muslims actually was selling all of the drugs there. Right at the time. Unfortunately, this is what you have to realize, you know, that happens in prison. You know what I mean? Everybody that's Muslim is not following the Quran and the Sunnah with the understanding of the Salaf. And even the ones that consider themselves following the Quran and the Sunnah with the understanding of the Salaf in Aqidah, they still committing so much sins that's crazy. So some of the Bloods or now on to dude with this ring. I don't know how they found out he had the ring. If he had the ring on, did he try to sell the ring and try to get some drugs? All I know is that the Bloods know he has this ring and they want it. So, you know, obviously the Muslims is letting me know what's going on. It's getting kind of nasty in there. So I go ahead and walk down the tier. Why am I walking down the tier? They already made a move on boy. I told you he had to be like 5'3". Short dude, but he had a heart of a lion. And I'm telling you know, I'm hearing the muffles as I'm walking down to get to my cell, because it's 30 cells. It's 15 on each side. And every cell is a single man cell. And at that time, we're talking 8, 9, maybe 10 Bloods, 7, 8 Latin Kings, 5, 6 Muslims. The rest of the people is neutral. The rest of the people is neutral. You know what I mean? So you already know what this is hitting for. The Bloods is dominating. So, as I said, they had the blood phone. Then we had the neutral phone. So as I'm hearing the muffles, I'm trying to see what's going on. I see one of the blood homies in the cell on top of a dude. This was my man too, Animal. Finesse was there. It was a lot of the bros. Goldie was on the next side. I ain't even going to start naming names anyway. They holding him down. The muffles. He's trying to, you know what I mean, get out. It's like 2-3 dudes on him. Animal is probably like 250, maybe more, because Animal was probably like 6'2" at the time. Heavy set dude. He had to probably be pushing like over 260 pounds.
Oh my God!
And this dude is only 5'3", and they got him pinned down. 3 dudes on him. So I see one dude, obviously that's my man too, blood dude, you know, trying to like pry his hand open. They trying to pry his hand open to obviously get the ring. I don't know if the ring is on his finger or if he has it in his hand balled. Bro, they stabbing him now with an ice pick in his hand. Stabbing him repeatedly. Bro, and dude is not, like, how much is the ring worth?
Yeah, let it go. Let it go.
If it don't apply, let it fly. Bro, like, mind you, they didn't just stab him in his hand. They stabbed him also all throughout his body. So they fry him up. They get the ring. One of the big bloods on the pound, get the ring. They hit the day room. I go in the day room. I'm chilling, waiting to see what's going to happen. They leave boy in the cell. As they left him in the cell, a little bit of time go by, nothing crazy. He come out. He come out limping, like fried up. Mind you, they might have duffed him out before that. Then they sitting on him, no freaky. Then they stabbing him up. 5'3". It's multiple dudes that's in on this. He come in the day room, and you know, the bros that got the ring and the rest of the bloods and everybody that had something to do with it, they in the day room like this, and the day room is mad packed. This is nighttime now. So one of the dudes got crutches, so he's trying to follow the short dude that just got stabbed up. He's trying to follow one of the blood dudes, like, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? He grabbed dude crutches, like almost like trying to get to him. But bro, he's bent up. He's bent out of shape. So dude's like, yo, go to your cell, my boy. Like, lo and behold, the night go. It's done. He don't pop off. He don't do nothing. He can't really do nothing. He's outnumbered. It wouldn't be smart. They probably would have killed him in there. I don't know how they didn't kill him in the cell. He go to sleep. Now, you know, every night, obviously, we got police officers. They'll come through and do a check. Come through with their lights, lock in, count time. They have a certain count time where, obviously, 11:30 or whatever. And then in the morning, another count at 7. Bro, lock in, lock down. They lock us down. Like, we already locked in our cell. But, like, the search come through because they find him in there in a bed full of blood, bro. Held it down. Went to his cell to die or whatever he did. I don't know what he was thinking about. I don't know if he think he was gonna go in there, heal up, come back out in 2 months.
Oh my God!
Like in that situation, you get stabbed up, you lose your ring. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Well, just give it up, bro. It is what it is, bro.
You gonna give it up? Huh?
Pause. Pause.
Bro.
Pause.
Bro.
Pause.
Bro.
Pause.
Okay, after you give it up, then what?
I know,
Bro, certain things.
Okay, you gave it up. Now what? You stabbed up. You leaking because you gave it up.
Yeah, but pause. Pause. But I ain't gonna lie. I mean, at that point, he gotta say something, bro. You stabbed up. You ain't got no choice. He just basically went to go die. Like, bro. You gotta go say something. You gotta go say something. Yo, I slipped and fell. I don't know. I was I was fighting myself in the cell. So you gotta say something, bro. But you can't just go lay back down and go to die. So.
My man said I'm gonna heal up and come back. Heal up where?
But that's what I'm saying. You gotta say something because you need some help.
Because you're gonna see these dudes every single day. Tech Today said you can't say anything.
Nah, bro. You was supposed to. He was gonna lay there and die, bro. He's gonna lay there and die. You ain't gonna get no get back. Nah, I'm gonna try to get my get back, but you ain't in no shape to get your get back. So you gonna have to say something. You gonna have to, yo, I slipped, I fell. I don't know. I was.
Thank you, Critical Truth. You heard that? You gotta pack it up.
Yeah, but you gotta say something to get out of there, right?
That's what he's saying. That's the terminology. Pack it up, yo, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta say something to get up out of there.
You ain't gotta say nothing. Pack your joint.
I can't live here no more. That's what you should say. You should have. I
listen.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, same thing. All right, that's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm saying you gotta say something or do something to get up out of there, because you can't just lay there and die and wake up in the morning and them same dudes is there.
Call me what you want to call me. I'm gonna tell you something. I had a issue with the Bloods, right? As I told you, I'm 141 right now, soaking wet.
I ain't no Bama.
I ain't a fool either. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave a person 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and a brain this big. No, freaky. Your brain is used to think. I fired up some Bloods, then the Bloods fired me up, back and forth. We going at it. I get to a housing unit. It's high classification. I'm in C95. C95 is the dope building, meaning this is where they send all of the people that have to use methadone in order to get off of dope. So when I get to the block, I'm like, all right, they putting me in this new block. It's high classification. I say less. I get there, and on the block, you get to see the whole day room. You see the tier and everything. Who I see on the block?
Same dude you just.
One of the Bloods are fired up. I see one of the Bloods are fired up, bro. I mean, on Friday, me and one of the bros cooked his boots. You know what I'm saying? What they said? He got over.
Yeah, overcooked.
We overcooked him. Most gang members. I'm not a gang member. You can't not go in the house.
Yeah, you gotta let them cook you or you cook them, but you can't not go in a building. You gotta.
You know what I did? I did not go in that house at that time. And I believe I cooked them like a month before that. But check the scenario. As soon as I seen him, I said, oh yeah. And then I seen another dude, KB, King Blood. You know what I'm saying? And what was the other boy name? Big brolic dude. I seen him pull up. I'm like,
Somebody done told you wrong, huh?
I'm not coming in there. And then right then and there, a Muslim brother stuck his head out the shower. Named Light. I never forget it. Light was like, yo, old head. Yo, what's good? I'm like, yo, what's up? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. He like, yo, you ain't coming in here? Pause. Niznagi, Negatron, no. La. If I knew it in Chinese, I would have said it.
I ain't no Bama.
That's funny.
He like, nah, bro, you good? Come in here. I'm like,
You're not my dad!
if my pops was in there, maybe. You Muslim, that ain't enough. That is not enough. So KB also came to the gate, and this is how me and him ended up getting a bond. Prison, a dangerous place. I was blessed. Me too, my brother. Me too. I was just into too much, and I was wilding out for no reason. You know, some people say, yo, you should have, Nizza, I'm not telling. But I'm going to tell you what. I ain't going in. No freaky. Why? It don't matter. Send me to another house. And how crazy it was there. The houses, bro. The houses were packed with nothing but bloods, bro. But yo, blooded out. I'm in C95 and a lot of the Muslims is on dope. They on dope. So I'm not looking for help anyway. A lot of the times when I was banging out, the Muslims didn't even know. They would be finding out later because I was never the type to be, I'm not bringing you in on my situation. Nah, these dudes violated. I'm going to go at them how I'm going to go at them. And that's what I did. As a dude, 141 pounds, now at 40, just imagine my weight back then. And I was going at dudes that was in a whole nation. Dolo. I was for Dolo. Yes, I was Muslim, but I was the only one banging. Wallahi tallahi billahi alaikum. No help from the Muslims at the time. No help from the Muslims. All of the OGs was like, it was one single brother. And he was in the crazy mod pod. He was in the crazy mod pod. And me and him popped off one time. And I didn't even need him, but he just rocked out with me. But he was isolated from population. And the reason why me and him shook on a dude was because he happened to be in court that day. Yeah, he just happened to be in court. So guys, listen, when you go to prison, don't let nobody tell you, yeah, sometime, he checked in. Bro, you know how many gangsters I seen didn't get their paperwork in time in the feds? And you gotta go up top. Your paperwork didn't come. All right, we're gonna give you a 15-day extension. All right, it still didn't come. Well, this is the situation. No freaky. You gotta go up. Your whole car telling you gotta go up. Now, you could just be like, I ain't going up and rock, but you know you good. You know your paperwork is good. It just ain't coming on the time that they wanted it to come in. It got caught up in the mail. Whatever the situation is, you go up top. I've seen dudes go up top, sit down in solitary confinement, wait for a bit. They paperwork come, then they leave out of solitary confinement. Like, yeah, I had to go up for a little minute. My paperwork didn't come in time, but here it go. And they good. Go up meaning solitary confinement. Going up mean getting checked in. Like, dudes checked you into PC. Like, solitary confinement is not just for when a dude does bad or has a fight or gets a stabbing or gets caught with a knife. The box is also for protective custody in the feds. So you can go up voluntarily or involuntarily. You know what I'm saying? And when you go up voluntarily, it's usually for a few different reasons. You got ran off the compound. Dudes told you, you got to go up top. Your paperwork ain't coming in time. You got to go up top. Or like, you know what I'm saying? You popped off and now the police come in and snatch you up. And you in you in a box. Yeah, so some people, you know what I mean? So like every week they'll come by and say, if you in there voluntarily, they'll come by and say, yo, you ready to come out? And you be like, nah. The next week they'll come around the same time. Yo, you trying to get out? You trying to come out? and you like, my paperwork ain't show up yet, I'm good. Or you just checked in because, you got to get off the pound because dudes was going to cook your boots. So you just keep telling them, nah, you're not coming out until, I think, 30 days or a certain amount of time. Then now they got to ship you out to jail. That's in the feds. That's particularly in the feds where you have that liberty of busting a plate and dipping. All right, so that's one scenario where I ain't going to a housing unit because at the time I wasn't going to go, but eventually I went into that housing unit, and guess what happened? Months later, the reason why I was in that house is because a blood dude cooked me and they packed me up. They packed me up out the other house because I had cooked the blood. So I cooked this blood, got back to my house, word got back. They like, yo, you stepped on one of the homies? I'm like, yeah, he violated. They like, all right, you gotta rock with bro in the cell. I get in the cell with bro. Bro step on me in the cell. My man, me and him eating together for like 6-7 months. I knew him from the adolescence. We basically been jailing forever. I did like 60 months on the island. So I finally get to the adults, so a new building. He's in my house. He mad cool. This is my man, quote unquote. But he's blood. I'm Muslim. His name at the time, homicide. Long story. So this is what happened with me and him. Me and the blood dude. I gotta go all the way back for this one. Yo, this one, hold up. This story is a long story. This is a long story. Should we get into it?
I mean, yeah, but if you're on Instagram right now, this is the cue where we're gonna cut Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, get over to YouTube. Sell on the Bars on YouTube or Twitch. Get over there ASAP. We clipping this and we going straight over there.
Because I'm about to tell you, I could have died. This one, I could have died in the cell fighting over this knife. And if you want to hear about how I could have easily died on Rikers Island, lock in on YouTube or I'm selling on the bars or Twitch selling on the bars. 5, 4, 3, 2. Salute Instagram. We love y'all though. Alright. For all of my people that's on Sell It on the Bars. And Twitch on Sell It on the Bars. So, I think I told this story a few different times. I get to a housing unit. It's beef patty day. I love beef patties. We usually get about 2 beef patties. How you feel about beef patties?
Beef patties is cool. They golden.
What about them Dollar Tree beef patties?
Them joints hitting too. When you on a budget, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do the 1-2 Costa soup.
Somebody done told you wrong, huh?
You heard? Yo, so we on beef patty day. So I just got to the housing unit, got my bags with me. I'm dragging my joint, boom. I leave it right at the front because I know, I gotta, no matter of fact, I brought my bags to the cell. It's weird how we used to do it because we used to use like these, they use them for U-Haul now, these blankets. You tie it up and you tie your stuff in it and you make a little long loop and you drag that joint all through the hallway. So I drag my bag to my cell. So as I get to my cell, I come out because I'm trying to get my grub. They feed you on the housing unit at the time. So these big things come through with all of the food in it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get my beef patty. So I'm looking around. I got my tray in my hand. I'm like, yo, put it over here. Yo, I need a chair. I look, I see like 3-4 chairs stacked up. So I'm like, okay, let me go get me a chair. A plastic chair, bro. I go to get me a chair, and a dude named Uwap, means Uzi, right? His name Uwap, little Spanish, fragile little, but he happened to be blood. He like, nah, that's my chairs. And I'm like, I'ma just get one, my boy. I'm about to eat real quick. He like, I said, nah, that's my chairs. And I'm like, yo.
Somebody done told you wrong, huh?
He like, I said those my chairs. I'm like, all right, my boy. And I go to grab the chair. you know how they stuck together, so you try to pop one out. So as I go to pop one of the chairs out,
he pop you, no freaky.
Oh my God!
yo boy, yo boy, son fried me up. So he duffed me out, right? He hit me so hard. I'm gonna tell you this. He hit me so hard, no freaky, that I went down. No freaky. He knocked me down. And when he knocked me down, I must have been out. Not out, but probably maybe a couple seconds. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause when I went down, no freaky, I seen dudes like it's like a flash. And I'm like, okay, boom, I got up, I bounced back up. The police, Miss Rosario already had snatched him up, brought him to the A and B gates. You know, this is where you gotta go out, obviously, until you get out to the housing unit. So I get up, blood and all of that, I'm cooling. I grab my tray with my beef patties, and then all I see is a chair slide across the day room. I sit down.
Whoop-de-doo.
I start eating my beef patty. Yeah, I'm like, okay, all right, let me get these beef patties. Boom, boom, boom. Now the day room kind of like quiet. They got the TV on. And, you know, I'm cooling. I've been here before.
Ain't nothing new. This ain't my first time getting into a little scuffle.
You know what I mean? It's light work. Okay, he cooked me. Say less. So after I finish, Miss Rosario like, yo, Nesbit. I'm like, what's up? She like, yo, you gotta get your stuff and you gotta roll out. I'm like, okay. So now,
my man done activated.
How?
The camera.
How?
Him,
you activated the camera?
I had my hands behind my back. What are you talking about, bro? Now I gotta move the camera.
Yo, bro.
Y'all.
We might gotta get the regular camera. We got.
Yeah, this camera over here is nuts.
Why don't you just move over here and then stop the camera? Huh?
Nah, we gonna fix it just like this. Cause we gonna.
Why don't you take off?
Let's go.
You could easily take off tracking.
There we go. It's off.
You took tracking off?
Move. Yeah.
You mean take tracking off?
You can't take it off then. I guess it don't go off even if you want to.
You didn't take tracking off?
This dude done just.
You chatting.
Bruh.
Man, technical difficulties, my brother.
Alright, yeah, don't worry, don't trip. You really wanted them beef patties. No, that's a facts. Yo, Uwap was on nut time. Bro, the man was sitting on 4 chairs.
Hold on. Let's get the camera back.
The man was sitting on 4 chairs for no apparent reason. Just because he can. You sitting on 4 chairs, and then it's wild because out of nowhere somebody gonna send me a chair.
You know why? Because they just respected your gangster. They was like, oh yeah, alright.
Yeah, boy on timing.
Yeah.
So now as I'm trying to leave, because I gotta go, Miss Rosario to pack it up. I'm like, alright, my stuff already packed. I'm gonna ride out. No freaky. So I gotta go out the day room here. I gotta make a left. But Uwap is to my right. Now Uwap is in between the gates. And the gate closes, but the gate is open enough for me to step out the gate and really crush Uwap. No freaky in between the gate. So as I'm walking, like I'm about to go here, there's people all down the tier. The shower here, people all down the tier. Cells on each side. I gotta walk down here to get to my cell, or I could turn here and face UAP. I turn like, what's up? To go to cook UAP. Now, I'm trying to get in between the gate. As I said, there's a good opening on the gate. UAP is on. He comes up like to the gate to not let me in because there's a good space by the bubble for me and him to really rumble. And UAP is like my size, no freaky. So I'm like, yo, I'm about to punish him. So when he do that, I'm like, yo, back up. All I hear is, like chairs sliding. So
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
all of the Bloods, and obviously the Lion Kings, because what they do, they deal with the 5-point star. So all of them is all in cahoots. So the Bloods and whoever they do got the cooking, the serving spoon, the heavy joint. So I'm like,
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
bro, y'all not gonna let me shoot the one deep with this dude? Alright, cool. I know I don't have no wins right now. If I get through this gate, they're gonna run through the gate, and Miss Rosario is not gonna be able to get the dogs off me. They might fry me up a nice fricassee. You know what I'm saying?
And this is a different day, right?
Same day.
Oh, this is the same day. So you was about to take 2 L's same day.
Yeah, but the second L would have been brutal.
Hey!
Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been real
All bad. So I say, all right, you know what? Let me head out. I start walking down the tier. Now I start seeing other Bloods on the tier. Fabulous. This dude. I learned now later. So I just walk past them. He's strapped and all that. Got the hammer on him. You know, they used to walk around with the scalpels. The number 10 scalpels that the doctors use. The ones that when it touch your skin, your drink go poof. You hear your skin opening them. They was with those on the island. So, alhamdulillah, I ain't never get hit with a scalpel or nothing crazy. I walk past them. I grab my bags. They get UAP to the next side of the A and B gates. I ain't stupid now. I know what's going on. I leave the housing unit. A month or so later, a dude from their house comes to my new house. I'm chilling. It's Bloods in there. And obviously all of the Bloods is in cahoots. But we don't get to mingle like that on the island, especially in C95. So he like, yo, what's good, bro? I'm like, yo, what's poppin'? He like, yo, damn, that was foul how they jumped you in the house.
And you like, damn, they jumped me? What you mean they jumped me? Nah, it was one dude.
I'm like, nah, I ain't jumped me. UAP just caught me with a good couple joints. He like, nah, when he knocked you down, few dudes, they stomped you out. I said,
Negatron.
Yo, bro, I was,
Bruh.
he's like, nah, that's a fact. They stomped you out. But that's what I said. I must have went for a few seconds because I seen the little blur. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm tight. I'm like, they jumped me. So I'm questioning dude now. Like, yo, who was it? He like, yo, quiet, blood. This dude named QB. This dude, that dude. And I'm like, yeah.
Emotional damage.
I'm pissed. I said, all right, cool. I said, anytime I see any one of those dudes, I'm frying them up. So I leave. I'm going to court now. I used to go to court like once every month and a half, 2 months typically. This is where I get back to that story. I go to court. So I'm red ID. So I got the mittens and all that, but I know how to kind of like get out my mittens and all that. Get out the cuffs, and I'm in court. Gonna be in court with QB. QB, Quiet Blood, one of the dudes that stomped on me. He's from Brooklyn, so he has to come all the way to Brooklyn court with me. Whether he goes to criminal court or Supreme Court, more than likely it's gonna be Supreme Court. He's in high classification. I know he done got indicted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna fry him right now while he cuffed up, because I'm gonna just get out my cuffs and cook him. So anyway, there's one big dude named Cat, blood dude. This was my man too. We was in high classification in another building, C74. So I try to get up on QB. I slip out my cuff. I don't get to get him. Cat see it. You know what I mean? Cat like, yo, you know, Cash, what's good? Because they used to call me Cash Money. I had the gold teeth, front tops and bottoms, so they used to call me Cash. I told him like, yeah, dude violated. They flipped me. He like, yo, whatever you do, bro, like, be mindful, because Cat blood. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, nigga. Whatever you talking about. You know what I'm saying? When I see him, I'm a BTA. I get to court. I don't see him in court. I'm tight. I'm like, damn, he not in my bullpens. Maybe I could see him on the way back. So we on the way back. So I'm red ID. So we on the same bus on the way back. I'm like,
Oh my God!
this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So boom, I get off the bus. Now they hold me for last because I'm red ID. Them dudes is regular, like they be cuffed up right here. They got regular cuffs on, and they got feet cuffs. So now they put all of them in the pins and start uncuffing them. Now they gotta uncuff me out the pins because I'm incapable of doing anything. If they put me in the pins and wait for me to get cuffed, a dude could fry me. So they usually uncuff the red IDs outside the pins. So as I'm outside the pins, I see one of the Muslim brothers. He was a Crip too at one time. I don't know if he was still Cripping, but he was like from Cali, ended up in New York. Pops is Crip, Mom's is Crip, like one of those, like, you know, Muslim. So, because at that time you're not in New York, you didn't really find Muslim gang members like that. It's not like Jersey. So they uncuffing my feet. Then I'm like, yo, great. I'm like, yo, son, yeah, like I'm gonna fix him. Like I'm letting Grape know, like I'm about to get with son. So just get out the way, like, you know what I mean? Like, so. They uncuff me, boom, boom, boom. As soon as I get in the pin, before I could even get in the pin, grape on him. We dust him off. Fix him a tall glass. We fix him a tall glass. They call us out. Yo, one by one, get to the next pins. We get to the next pins. We in there. Who we see?
The next dude.
Cat. Big boy. Cat got on a arm cast. He got the blade all in the cast. So I'm like, yo, what's good, Cat? I'm like, he like, yo, what's up? Yo, what's the word? I'm like, nah, ain't nothing. I just fixed that boy QB. He like, word? I'm like, yeah, we dusted him. They flipped me, we flipped him. Now he pissed like, oh, y'all flipped blood? Yo, who? Da-da-da-da. He backs out the joint on Grape. So Grape like, yo, and I'm like, yo, Cat, like, yo, what's up with you? Like, he like, yo, more or less, da-da-da, all that blood stuff. So anyway, Grape like, yo, put the hammer down. Let's shoot it up. Cat don't want to shoot it up. So anyway, they call Grape out. Grape is in Mod 8. They can't get to Grape. Grape is in isolation basically from the rest of the whole jail because he's in the crazy house. So me on the other hand, I gotta go back to a regular housing unit, high classification with Rama Bloods. Enough Bloods is in there. So I ain't tripping. Cat talking, yeah, yo, Cash, I'm telling you. Yo, by the time I get to the house,
Whoop-de-doo.
the kite is already there before me.
The play is in motion.
Mind you, Mad Bloods is up there. I'm with like one or two Muslim brothers, Yahya, and I believe maybe someone else. But Yahya is an OG, so Yahya is not going for nothing. He like, y'all not flipping the bro. So they on some like, nah, we ain't trying to, but he gotta shoot the one deep with the homie. So I'm like, which homie? They like Homicide. I'm like, me and Homicide eat together. Homicide like, nah, he on Ghost. I'm like, this clown. I'm like, alright, say that. This was my man all the way from the adolescents all the way to the adults eating together. He ain't got no money, I'm feeding him. All type of foolery going on. We get in the cell. He step on me. Homicide, he was a little bit, he get the best of me. This is where I knew he was never my man. Fighting me is one thing because you're under pressure. What you're gonna do? You in a nation. It's either you or me. We not blood related. You know what I mean? I could give him that. When I turned around to leave, bro, and I had to pack my stuff, he kicked me in the back. Bro, he kicked me in the back. Like, yeah, nigga, get out.
Hey!
I never forget that. That kick in the back was like, bro, that was heartbreaking, bro.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I think me and him rumbling and him getting the best of me was cool. But when him kicked me in the back, that was it. So obviously I left and I had to go to the next housing unit. And this is where the foolery happened. When I told y'all when I get to the next housing unit, who's in that housing unit?
I don't know.
The dude I told you me and Grape stepped on.
Oh, the one with the cast on.
No, the one we stepped on, and then the one with the cast on Cat was trying to retaliate for him.
Oh,
Quiet Blood.
Oh, okay, Quiet Blood. Okay, because Cat was the one that with the cast on.
Yeah, he was the one with the cast on. So that's when I told you KB came to the thing, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going in there. No freaky. But on the other hand, QB already like got over that whole situation. He stepped on me by jumping in. I got back with him by duffing him out. Then Homicide got back for him for stepping on me. So now I'm back in the house. So it was like tit for tat. You guys understand what's going on. And the Muslim brother Light was like, nah, come through. And then KB came to the joint. And then finally, I went into that house. But at first, I wasn't going to go into it. And me and QB became mad cool. Me and QB became mad cool. But it didn't end there. It didn't end there. Me and QB, same old song. This is why you can't get close to people in prison. No freaky. You can't just be befriending and chilling and doing good for people because these, especially the ones that's in gangs, and they have allegiance to other people because when it is time, if the Bloods got to crash out with the Muslims, I am telling you that blood is going to crash on you before anything. If the New York car got to crash with the Muslims, that New Yorker that you're from New York, he's going to crash on you before anything. So you gotta have your allegiance with a certain people and you gotta stick to them people and them alone. That's just the reality of it. I'm not saying you ain't gonna have people that you cool with from opposite gangs or rival, but bro, at the end of the day, they have an allegiance to somebody else, to some other higher authority. So when it is time, they're not gonna base their thing on friendship or honor or anything. They're gonna base it on quote unquote loyalty to their gang, and they're gonna do you in. No freaky. So me and QB get cool. I'm chilling, and one day, the dude that stepped on me in the other house pulled up. Homicide. My man. The one that kicked me in the back. He come into the house. The Bloods gather. They bring him to the back of the house. They tell him like, don't worry about it, yo. The bro cool. Cash ain't doing nothing to you, which is me, right? Islam he ain't on nothing. Islam chilling. Don't worry about it. He minding his business. They come to me like, yo, what's the word? I'm like, I'm good. He blood, y'all rocking with him. He stepped on me. We had a fair fight. It is what it is. That's dead. I still was tight about the kick in the back. So, time goes by. You got this gay officer on the block. He'll pop up on different blocks. He's like a substitute teacher. He might be running. He's always running a night shift. He'll be at this pod. He'll pop up and take an overnight shift at this pod. And he's slutting out the inmates. Not a regular slut. I'm talking about, we hearing stories they eating him goose. He got them on his little...
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Yo, bro.
Oh my God.
We hearing all kind of stuff, and I don't know if y'all know. That's when them phones, them flip phones with the you could take a little picture and all of that stuff was going on. The ringtones and your phone will ring and pictures will come up as the person. You remember that?
Yeah.
So he did taking pictures, all kind of stuff. And he's bribing these inmates. He's bribing them with drugs. All kind of paraphernalia, cigarettes, weed. You know what I'm saying? And they going for it. Because these dudes be gay on the low anyway. They be gay. So if I could get in some goose for some smoke, they gonna do it. Unfortunately, all these gangsters and these dudes that did a lot of time in prison, you always gotta be aware. You always gotta be aware of their sexuality.
Bro, so he was running around in jail like,
These nuts. Got him.
Yo, bro.
my man was like,
I'll drill y'all. I'll drill y'all.
ain't no way.
Yo, bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
I kid you not. I kid you not. So
Damn.
he come to our house, and he'll be on the gate talking to dudes in the middle of the night. And it is said that obviously you can't see in a dude's cell. So when the police is on your gate, they saying dudes was doing all kind of stuff for the police while he was watching, and he just talking to them like it's a regular convo. Regular convo. So this is what was going on. So
Nasty word.
So Homicide is in the prison, in the jail with us now on the same block. The police pulls up.
Don't tell me they did something to Homicide.
Brother. Next morning.
Oh my God.
Next morning. We ain't have no visits. Ain't no visits happen. You ain't go to the law library. Wasn't no rec call. How you just magically got weed? Cigarettes.
I ain't Obama.
He got it all. So you know what? KB, the other Bloods, El Dorado Red, one of my next bros at the time, they go, alright, they getting the bud, they getting the smokes, they getting all of that stuff from them. Word get out. Homicide done did the 1-2 Costa Zoo.
Nah, my man, Homicide. How you got a name like Homicide? That's crazy.
Homicide was on him side.
Bruh.
This is what people is not telling y'all what is going on in these prisons and jails and what's happening. They just come home, they got some muscles, and they act like it's all fine and dandy. Homicide got with the police, did the 1-2 Costa Zoo. We was hearing that there was some fellatio going on, all kind of stuff. Word got back. Now in Islam, you got to see the penetration without hesitation. In the blood code, I don't know, you know, maybe hearsay, maybe they might see a pic. I don't know what's the blood rules on that. But they determined that Homicide was messing with the police in the way you ain't supposed to be messing with the police if it's the same sex. Right? All in hell, the noble weed. Bro, for that bud, you don't know what a dude might do. Bro, dudes are turning into complete savages. So they said, you know what, yo, we're gonna fry him up. Homicide got some fly sneakers on. They like some foam posits, silver joints. They gonna try to cook him, take his sneakers, get him out the house. But it looked like they made the call without notifying or getting word from the
big homies.
Yeah, from the rest of the Bloods. I don't know. I think Homicide was maybe G-Shine. Anyway, this is how it all goes bad. It pops off in the day room. Sock and bop him. They already told the police. The police is in on it. They like, all right, y'all gonna fix him up. And while y'all fixing him up, we gonna come over there in a few minutes. Get him good. Get him good. They duffing him. They not really working him though. It's 3 of them on him. KB just watching. El Dorado Red trying to take his sneakers off. They don't get his sneakers off. They whooping him. I'm sitting in one of those good old chairs that I got duffed out over. I'm sitting in one of those. Leg over the handle joint. And I'm just waiting. I'm like, just watching. I'm like, yeah, they getting them. But they not. So, Homicide obviously is on the floor now, on him belly. So, I'm not satisfied. He kicked me in the back. And then they beat down was whack.
So you like,
so
it's my turn, no freaking.
So he getting up. They letting, you know, and as he getting up, obviously the police is coming through. Yo, stop it. Stop, yo. They already left him alone. They didn't even get his sneakers off his foot. He must have them joints choke tied. So as he's going to turn around, I came right there and I was just like, I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't never hit a dude, and instead of him going back,
Watch hands.
he went forward. How is that possible?
I have no idea.
That's what I said.
I don't know. My man fell forward.
Not just fell. Bro, the man like damn near levitated. Yo, bro. I wish I had KB or QB or even Eldorado. If y'all ever, yo, KB, QB, Eldorado, any of the bros. The other strong brolic dude. He was the homie too. If you ever see one of these lives, please tell the people the man was laying down parallel to the floor in mid-air. Bro, if that wasn't the Angels.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yo, bro, yo, bro, that's what it didn't even, it's almost like the ripstick. How does that work? It's like when I first seen the ripstick, I said, that don't even, it goes against logic. That can't work. Bro, fell, boom, hit his chin. You know how you do that? Split. I had to take him out. That's at this time they was taking us for drug testing. It was so fast, no freaky. He didn't even know I hit him. You know how he found out? The police. And the police was my man too. How you tell him? I didn't know he wasn't going to know I hit him. Bro. So they take me out. Moments later. Oh, Nesbitt, you got a drug test. I'm like, say less.
Oh, they lining you up.
I'm going out for my drug test. Who I see getting escorted down the hall after him getting them little butterfly joints for under him chin. Homicide. And he was in the hall like this. Yeah, nigga. When I see you, I'm like, all right, you might never see me. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you may never see me because it be segregated like that on the island. But lo and behold, I get back to the housing unit. I'm chilling. Big discrepancy. Eldorado Red, QB, all of them got to go down to the law library now and explain why they fired up homicide. They finally get cleared. The Bloods is like, alright, nah, y'all good.
But you ain't good. But you ain't good though. They good, but you not.
Whoop they do?
Yo, bro. They good, but you not good.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
So here I am again in another pickle. So KB now, one of the realest dudes I've met. That was Blood. He get word. He like, yo, bro. They said we good, but they not feeling the fact that you put hands on Blood. I'm like,
Come on, man.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Like, the dude was there messing with a chumpski. Like, what? Like, it doesn't matter that I was neutral and fired him up. They like the head wrap because that was the code word for for Muslim. Look at Ski. So I'm like, all right. They like, yo, bro. They want us to get you out of here. They want us to fire you up. But I'm telling them I'm not with it. The dude is a homo. It don't even matter. So KB was giving pushback to the Bloods. And they wasn't feeling it. So they called QB, Eldorado, and the next homie down there. Without KB. And they're like, yo, listen up. This is what I want y'all to do. We're going to give y'all the hammer. I want y'all to give it to KB. Tell KB he got to cut me. They said after KB cuts me, they say, y'all cut KB. So they trying to get a double yo bro.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What you mean?
They like almost trying to use him to fire on me, and then they gonna fire on him. You know, almost like it's like
Come
what the
on
Joker
now,
did.
dawg.
You know what I'm doing?
Come on, man.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah,
Then drove off in the bus by himself.
bro. So El Dorado being loyal to KB told KB to play him, and QB like, yo. So KB like, oh, this is what they trying to do? Say that. I give KB his props. I'm gonna tell you why. Although I know that he let them flip me, but he had to let something happen to kind of like clear himself. The man I think got 25 years, so he was going to be dealing with these bloods for the next 25 years of his life, and it just, you know, I got a bid. I'm looking at 15 years, you know, so I understood it. So KB come to me like, yo, bro, you gotta fight QB. So I'm like, word? I stepped on QB already with Great.
Yeah, with Great.
And then me and QB became mad cool when I got to that housing unit. But now KB like, yo, you gotta do something. They not allowing it. They want you to fight one of the homies. But that wasn't really the plan. The plan was for them to jump me, but KB didn't want to tell me like, yo, they gotta jump you, bro. And you gotta pack up and you gotta leave. He never really told me. So I'm like, alright, I'll fight him. So KB like, alright, go in the cell, you and him gonna fight. KB goes there, start playing cards with the police. But the whole time he know that they gotta flip me. The dude name was Infrared, or they was calling him Inf for short. Brolic. El Dorado Red was another heavy set tall dude. But they was all jacking me. They didn't really want to do nothing. Even KB. I go in the cell with KB. There's a new blood in the house. I forgot his name. He had a homicide in VA. He just copped out to 18 years so he was fighting another body in the Bronx somewhere or something like that. Blood dude. So he was fresh from VA, from cop pleading out to an 18-year sentence. He was on a block. Greasy dude. Had a little bit of size on him too, no freaky. I get in the cell, I'm rumbling with KB, XYZ, Kether, we rumbling, boom, 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 boom. Obviously, QB's not handling me. El Dorado pull up, get with me. If they kind of like get with me in the cell. I got the hammer on me. Got the ice pick on me. Right in the thermal. I'm talking about, if you know this little pocket like in your boxer briefs, like, and there's a pocket in the thermal. You know that pocket? Bro.
Whoop-de-doo.
Him got a nice pick in that joint. A good old ice pick. Copper boy. But him is ready for damage. But I'm not going to shoot QB. I'm not going to shoot KB. I ain't going to shoot in for El Dorado. Those the bros. But right now they gotta put in some work. Obviously, because I'm thinking I'm just going to fight QB. But I didn't know it was a whole setup. And he was going to jump me. Or so I probably would have just shot QB and got out of there. You know what I'm saying? So they tricked me already. And obviously KB knew that was going to happen.
So you got flipped with the hammer on you?
Yeah.
Damn.
So they duffed me out. Alright. Now these cells are small. Boy come in there. That had the 18 years. He know I'm strapped. How he know I'm strapped? They tell him. Because they know I never used to go nowhere without the biscuit. So he like, yo, I'm gonna get a hammer. He fresh in the jail, so he running there. Boom. So he like, yo, where the hammer at? I'm like, what you mean with a hammer at? I'm like, I ain't got no hammer. He like, yeah, I know you got the hammer. Boom, duff me. So I'm like, oh, grab my hand. So after we was tussling or whatever, I know he got both my hands, and somehow I'm on the bed. So he like, yo, with a hammer. So I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't got no hammer. He like, nah, you got the hammer. Anyway, I'm like, yo, all right, bro, it's right here. Let me get it out. Let me get it out. Because once I get this hammer out, I don't know how you gonna get it. I'm gonna fire you up. So now he tussling, but he don't want to let me go because now I got my hand on the hammer. So I'm getting up now. Now I'm stepping on the bed because he can't let me go. He let any hand go is up for him.
Damn.
So he holding my hands here. Whole time my hands into my trousers. I'm trying to get to him. So now I'm stepping on the bed. So even though he was taller than me, now I'm
Taller than him, yeah.
I'm over him. And he's holding my hands, and I step on the bed, I step on the locker. Boy, I get that hammer out, and he's like this now, no freaky. So you know where I'm going. Yeah, I'm about to stab this nigga all in his face because, bro, let me go. And all he did was say, yo, you trying to stab me in the face. That's when QB ran in there with the scrub brush. And who came and saved the day?
KB?
KB, bro. If KB did not come in there, no freaky, I could have died in that cell. I could have died. El Dorado, QB, scrub brush, the dude holding my hands, small cell, police playing cards. KB came in there like, yo, ran up, grabbed my hand. He like, yo, bro, let it go. I'm like, negative. He like, yo, bro, you good. Trust me. Let the hammer go. I said, yo, KB. He's like, yo, bro, what I said. When I let that hammer go, I got disarmed. KB, yeah, obviously KB had it. I jumped right out because now my head is already bleeding, leaking. I run, jumps out the cell, run into my man's cell. Get in the cell, towel, joint leaking out. KB out the cell with the hammer. Stash it or whatever on him. Dude like, yo, let me get that.
What? What?
Come on now, dog. Come
Bro.
on, man.
Bro.
KB like, nah. He like, yo, son, try to stab me, nigga, in the face. KB like, yo, you good, just relax. Like, he like, nah, nigga, let me get that. What would you think he was gonna do?
He was gonna try to go back and cook you.
Nigga, KB said, nigga, you want it? Nigga, let's shoot the 31 for it, nigga. That nigga quieted down.
Damn.
Quieted down. Yeah, like you want this hammer for you to go shoot, son? Let's fight for it, and if you win, I'm gonna give you the hammer. Word, and I seen dude after that. I wish, and I had the real official ice pick on me the next time I seen son. But they was too deep, and we was on the visiting floor. I'm not gonna lie, but I was already Armageddon. I was prepared, but I didn't pop though. You know what I'm saying? In which I think I should have at the time, like looking back in retrospect. But bro, I was just I was always in a situation, and That's why I say KB was official, even though he knew what was going on and he knew that they was gonna have to flip me or whatever. He made sure it was almost like, yo, bro, you gotta get DP'd. You know what I mean? Like one of the Bloods do something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because El Dorado didn't really go too crazy. If it wasn't nothing like, they didn't really want to do me nothing, bro. They was really jacking me. Like, they was really feeling me like no freaky. And they knew Homicide was a homosexual. Why is y'all trying to get us to jump on boy because he duffed son out? So that was one of the closest calls where I know that if KB wasn't there, you know, by Allah's permission, he was, things could have got really real. As I said, I have not left prison with any scars other than, you know, the regular split under the eye, but no vicious cutting or stabbing other than when I stabbed myself right here. I had stabbed myself in the mouth right here fighting over an ice pick with a dude. And when he was grabbing my hand and we was tussling for the ice pick and I finally got it away, when I yanked it, no freaky, I stabbed myself right here in the mouth. I never forget that. Henry Guy was a small ice pick. Anyway, one of the fan joints. But guys, when it comes to prison and what really happens in there, people get killed religiously. Because think about it, you're dealing with homos, rapists, pedophiles, murderers, drug dealers, people who, I'm talking about the lowest when it comes to deeds. They will do just about anything with impunity, without fear of any kind of repercussion. They do not care. Knock you out, rape you, force you to perform sexual acts on them. Or, yo, bro, when you get into these places, man, and you out here running the streets and you think you tough, bro, there is somebody that's way tougher. And if you don't got heart, you're going to get slutted out in there physically. You know what I'm saying? Or dudes is just going to beat you to a pulp on a religious basis. Or you could just even die. Or you could even lose your mind. So many people is not the same after coming out of prison. You know what I mean? And seeing the things I seen wasn't the worst. I've known people that been in real still situations and bloodbath spots and seeing real wounds and officers getting killed, and they survived, and you know they got all of their faculties in order, and they out here surviving, entrepreneurs, thriving, doing the right thing. And my pops went to prison. Yep, your pops went to prison too. So, this dude now, no felonies. I be wishing I was in his shoes.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I remember hearing some stories, and I just was like, damn, I ain't trying to go there. Matter of fact, you know, one of the funniest, it's not funny, but it was kind of funny, like hearing it, because I remember like the first time hearing it, when my pops told me the story about riding the Iron Horse.
Yo, bro,
I was like, what? I'm like, word? He like, yeah, that's how they carrying it. And he said, just say the same thing. He like, yo, the adolescence is way worse than the adults. He like, bro, it's not saying it is good in the adults, but it's way worse in the adolescents. He's like, bro, it's just a whole bunch of young dudes with mad testosterone and just trying to do the most, you know what I mean? They're not even caring about, yo, bro, I'm locked up. They just on go for everything. He's like, it don't even make no sense. They not even really caring, yo, my family, none of that. They like, yo, word, bro, Bro, I'm 16. I do 20 years. I come home. I'm 36. They like, yo, the block gonna love me. They not thinking about, yo, bro, I'm 30. If I do 20, I'm gonna be 50. They not even thinking about none of that, bro. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. I heard them stories. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And the fact that I actually was going and, you know, going on visits and all of that, like, you know what I mean? It was, yeah. Realizing, yo, son, I'm on a dance floor. I'm like, this is what they call a dance floor?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, nah. Yeah, I'm watching stuff going on, and I'm like, oh, word, that's the, yeah, she the one who bring the drugs in, and I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to be in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's they call the damn, what's the name they call it? The room that they like on the visiting floor, you know, when you're in the room?
What room?
You know, like, alright, so when you go on a visit, obviously it's the main floor and everybody's sitting there basically, you know what I mean?
The
like,
booth?
Yeah, the booth. Yeah, that's what, yeah, the booth. I'm looking, he like, yeah, cause son such and such in the booth, cause I'm like, alright, you know what? Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to be up in here. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's real in the field, and staying out of prison is a must.
And that's just jail, because the stories in prison get way worse, because now you all the way up top, no freaking, and them dudes is, like you said, I done heard the baby with the noose on your arm and all of that. I done heard them stories. I'm like, bro, running around and they doing stuff, like the CO's doing stuff to like taunt you, like calling you out your name and all that. Just wait. They just want you to do something. They got the what's that, the baton? Instead of hitting the button, they gonna drop that joint, and that joint gonna light up the whole jail. You like,
yeah, because if they hit the button,
that joint go to state, like upstate, Albany and all of that.
Yeah, and it has to be known. Why did you press the button? Is it a riot? Is people in the hallway fighting? So they don't press the button because, you know, it's
paperwork. Instead, they're gonna drop the baton, and that joint gonna hit the ground, go dong 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 dong, like an alarm, and all the COs gonna rush you and dump you out, beat you to a pulp. So they just be tempted. Yeah, go ahead, do it. I can't wait till you do it. So I'm like, bro, I don't need to go to jail, prison, none of that. I don't need to be caught up in nothing, bro.
Yeah, when they drop that baton, it's not like they just beat you once either. Bro, that's gonna be a continuous situation. You know what I mean? Like taking you to the shower or having a, you know, having that interaction with you after that. It just be, you know, it's like a ongoing thing. Especially if you do something to a cop and it's known, and they start putting stuff in your food, bro, you got to get fed through them. Everything is through them. So, bro, that thing will get real when you all the way up there and you ain't got family checking on you. That's why so much people died, and they found all of them bodies in them under the jail in Clinton. Bro, just like I just watched something just now dealing with a dude who ran up out of the hospital. They had him in some room because he didn't have no family. They was about to take organs. Bro, they found a whole little situation in a setup. Anybody that didn't have family, they was doing him. And that's how it is in prison, bro. If you don't got no family, nobody checking for you, no letters coming in,
they take note of that.
Police will leave you, bro.
What about, remember that story? I don't know if it was like a year ago or something like that. Remember the situation where they beat that dude and it was on camera? And he was handcuffed to the bed or whatever, and he was kicking them all in his private, and
that's their thing. They tried to, yeah, they had a dude, they busted his penis, bro. He had to wear a diaper, split his shaft and all kind of stuff, because they gonna kick you in your mouth and kick you in your hammer. They want to knock out your teeth
while you cuffed,
and they throw you down the steps. They on different timing up there. Like, I ain't gonna lie. All these dudes running around tough, smacking fire out of other dudes that's the same skin complexion. A lot of them dudes don't do that to the police. A lot of them. It be be all fluff when they come out. Like, yeah, I was in there holding it down. Right.
Yeah, my pops told me, he's like, yo, it was a situation. He was like, it kind of went bad. He was like, something with a CO, and he was saying that I guess the CO was kind of like going in on the some young dude up there. He's like, yo, young dude like 20 or something. He like, and he's like, they'll smack him and all that. Just walk up to him, smack him, like call him out, yeah, nigga, bop, just go ahead, try it, fight. And he was like, yo, my pops was like, he had something with that same officer or whatever, and my pops was like, yo, bro, I'm just letting you know. He's like, yo, bro, don't do that over here, son. And he's like, word, what? And he like, bro, I'm just saying, don't, you know what I mean? Just keep it cool, cause I ain't about to let you just smack me. You gonna duff me out, but I'm gonna give you the business before you just walk up on me and smack me all in my face. And he's like, bro, he's like, he's like, I ain't scared of nobody, but when you say those kind of things, you just like, yo, bro, if he jumped out the window and really tried to smack me and I did something to him, he like, bro, I know I'm about to be done for. Like, you know what I mean? So he like, yo, you just gotta kind of like, you just kind of gotta just stand on business, but at the same time move strategic, because there is no, oh yeah, I'm gonna come, somebody can come save you. And he like, bro, you in prison, bro. You locked up. You locked up, bro. Yeah, it's wild.
Bobby Schmurda said one time he was acting out and the CO took him to the staircase and said, we'll make you disappear. He said, I calmed down mad quick after that. You heard what Skilo said?
Yo, bro.
Yeah. We will make you disappear. Overstood. Bro, like nobody's business. That video I posted, they was frying that dude up. And it's only now because I
forgot you posted that.
Yeah, we got body cams and all of those cameras now. Before, just imagine when it was none of that. And that's why I say I respect the OGs, because they used to stick together and they knew, like, bro, we going. That's why you Attica Riot, Sing Sing and all, because the OGs was on business. Even the Muslims, they didn't have the correct Islam at that time, the NOI, all of them. But they was on, no, we gonna cook these police if they violate, and we outnumber them. So if you had people that was ready, willing, and able, it was different. Yeah, they said you threaten the police and ship you to a max institution. Yeah, bro, the maxes ain't no game, man. And then just the fact of how much. Like, I just seen one of my mans just now. He stands on business. He fried a dude up, but he came on me at 25 years. My man M.I. Bro, on his way home, cooked the dude. It's like, it's just... you gotta be real careful, because you can get extra time. You could die in there. And that's why they say, yo, everybody that go to jail got life. Oh, you got one day? You might get fried in that one day. Who said you're gonna make it out?
It's not guaranteed, bro.
So yeah, that's how some dudes be carrying, like, yo, I got life, you know what I mean? Because you gotta be real careful and real easy, man. Shit down here in Texas, ooh wee, them pigs wicked, crooked. I'm telling you,
bro. Being locked up in New York and you going upstate is obviously something, but I ain't gonna lie. Some of the stories I've been hearing about dudes being locked up in the South,
man,
bro. I heard some of these spots, bro. You in the cotton field, you picking cotton still in 2026.
Yeah,
bro. A dude gonna duff you out, throw you down the stairs, kick you all in your private part, split your lip wide open, knock your teeth out, and then on top of that, sing you in a cotton field in 95-degree weather in the middle of the summertime.
Yeah,
dude sitting on a horse with the shotgun, bro. Like this is this is about 600 years ago, during slavery, or however many years ago it's been since slavery ended, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, you got to be real careful when it comes to getting locked up. OT. Yo, Rip, what was your favorite strap to blast when you were in the field?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's a funny question.
I was a 40-40, man. Like when I was growing up, at least when I started gripping pistols, 40s was it. But yeah, I had a nice little Smith & Wesson 40. It was clean. It was smooth too. But yeah, I was into 40s heavily. But now they be mentioning like 40s and dudes be talking this 9mm, and I was never like a 9mm. I had a few 9s, obviously, because that was when I was, first collecting and stuff like that. But I was into like the bigger calibers, always like the 40, 4.5, 3.57, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So yeah, man. And unfortunately now, as a productive adult in society, you move to a gun state,
but no guns.
You have a felony, you're hit, bro. Like, so all of my mistakes in the past has disqualified me, bro. And it's like a sad situation, because you're in a situation now where you really want to be able to protect yourself, protect your family, protect your property. And it's like, yeah, get some gates and some dogs then. Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. Robert said, he said, come in with 2 years and leave with 20 years.
Easy.
It's crazy. He said, type time at 45 all day. 4 pound.
Yeah, son. Trade pound 7s, and yeah, I was into a lot. That's
the Bronx. The Bronx. The Bronx. I ain't gonna lie to you. The Bronx. The Bronx. The Bronx. Bro, the Bronx.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
Bro, the Bronx is wild. Bro, the Bronx. The Bronx is definitely wild. He said, which New York borough is the most active? Bro, it's the Bronx, bro. Bro, the Bronx is wild. The Bronx is wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. At one point in time, I would have said, all right, maybe, it was Brooklyn, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I lived in both, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it's the Bronx, because
I don't know.
I think, I'm saying, like, right now, from what I see, even just from watching on the internet, it just seemed like the Bronx is just, they just lost their biscuit, like.
Yeah, Brooklyn though, I've always been cool in Brooklyn, but even on the island, man, with the Bloods and all that stuff, it was all the Bronx.
That's what I'm saying.
They was in the way, bro. They was in the way, but for whatever reason, Brooklyn was just always well respected. You know what I mean? And I noticed even OT, certain places, when you mentioned Brooklyn, it was like, oh, some from Brooklyn. Oh, some from Brooklyn. And like Brooklyn is known for New York.
It's commercially known. It's like Manhattan.
No.
And then Brooklyn.
No. When you go OT,
bro, nobody really mentions nothing about Queens.
Yeah, but OT, like before, like it wasn't like here in Bronx. It was what, y'all didn't travel or something. I don't even know.
Bro, you got Biggie from Brooklyn, Jay-Z from Brooklyn. It's like, bro,
all of them, right?
Yeah, it's
Fabulous.
Brooklyn. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Brooklyn, we go hard. Bro, it's commercially known. All these dudes, Brooklyn.
Y'all motivating me. Keep going. Whole time doing dips. Yes, salute, Robert Williams. I appreciate you. Yo, but I ain't gonna hold up no more. I ain't gonna lie. $130.
Yeah, nah, that's cool. Yeah, we definitely locked in. The whole purpose was to basically, he was gonna share his stories and
couple of
the stories or whatever, and basically, bro, just deter you from going to prison. If only one person is saved, then mission accomplished, bro.
Yeah, and I'll say this quick, bro. The laughing and the joking is right now, in the moment, bro. It's life or death. Them situations could easily turn bad. Yeah, and
what's the ended off with? What's your Yeah. What do you say? Your I don't know, your 5 golden rules or things not to do in prison if you end up in prison or something like that. It said no gambling, no, what is it?
Yeah. Let me. I can't even remember all of my golden rules. I think it was more than 5 at the time. But no telling, obviously. But minding your business. No gambling. No messing with them boys. And no stealing, man. Like, those are just couple rules, but there's a lot more to it. But if you don't gamble, you don't mess with them boys, you mind your business, you don't do no telling, and what was the next one? And this is a good one too. Drugs. Drugs cause a lot of issues in prison. Anytime you're dealing with drugs, owing people debt, or just using drugs and then becoming addicted and not having the money and taking it, or selling the drugs, you're gonna always end up with somebody owing you, somebody trying to double cross you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of politics in it. A lot of politics in prison. Yeah, I spent 2 weeks in the county, can't recall smiling once. So what is it? Bro, I had some good times in prison, right? Because as a human, you're gonna wake up days, you're gonna be like, yo, you're gonna be happy.
But that's your reality. This is the reality of your situation. So there's gonna be quote unquote better moments in this reality, this new reality. Because now at this point, you know, bro, when you facing some time, bro, you stop thinking about what's on the outside, bro.
Yeah.
You can't save and you help nobody, bro. Your new reality is what's in the 4 walls.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. And a dude coming in, no beard, baby face.
Yo, bro,
a Lord saved him.
Damn!
Yo, bro.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Bro.
He would have to put in some work in that joint, no freaky.
Damn.
I couldn't do it. Why I don't do crime? You can't do crime. That's why he ain't do no crime. He knew. He knew.
Bruh.
Already knowing. Yeah, he's already knowing. He took the smart route. Pops already told him, boy, you, bro, your name handsome. They call you.
We'll call you Chris Handsome.
I watch your videos all the time. Yo, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. I like you.
Nah.
And I want you. Yo, bro, you ever watch that thing with Fleece Johnson when they did the thing with they did an episode of him on Boondocks, and then most people found out like, oh man, this is a real dude. These are some predators in there, man. You gotta you're gonna have to kill one of these dudes, bro, trying to prey on you. These dudes don't got no Mother Dare and Dead Arm Row and Z Black. Bro, I got a video we gonna do on Z Black.
I'm gonna say I never heard of Z Black, but I heard
You never heard of Z Black?
Dead Arm Row, I heard about him for sure.
Yo, bro, Z Black. We're gonna do a dream on Z Black. We got a whole YouTube video. We're gonna watch it and react to it and listen to it, just so you can understand the predatory mind state of these people, bro. Bro, these dudes 6'6", dark skin, brolic, homosexuals, preying on young dudes coming in, dudes that ain't really clicked up, weak dudes. Bro, if you listen to the stories, yeah, with Dead Arm Row, that's gonna be a good one. We're gonna definitely do that dream on Dead Arm Row. I'm not Dead Arm Row on Z Black because he's home now. A dude did a little interview with him. Alright, y'all know what time it is.
Alright, man, y'all know what time it is. Stay tuned, stay ready. Big back, big.
Assalamu alaikum.